Hokkaido is the breadbasket of the Japanese archipelago. Many visitors arrive in Sapporo and default to generalized, crowded seafood halls to try everything at once. Real culinary excellence here is driven by the shokunin, artisans who dedicate a lifetime to the relentless refinement of a single dish. Between mid-April and mid-May, the stakes for this specialization are particularly high. As the winter snowpack melts, it triggers a rapid, ephemeral harvest window. Three distinct culinary phenomena peak simultaneously between mid-April and mid-May: wild mountain vegetables, cultivated white asparagus, and sakuramasu, or cherry salmon. Unlike farmed Atlantic salmon, wild cherry salmon possesses a remarkably delicate lipid profile, requiring a chef's absolute precision to prevent overcooking. Securing these ingredients requires bypassing algorithm-driven recommendations in favor of deliberate, specialized venues that rely on hyper-local sourcing. To maximize a Hokkaido trip, invest the effort required to find the uncompromising masters of one specific element. Sapporo miso ramen was explicitly engineered as a thermodynamic survival tool against the region's severe sub-zero winters. At institutions like Shime, the kitchen pours a thick layer of liquid lard completely over the broth. This acts as a vital thermal insulator, sealing the surface to ensure noodles remain suspended in a near-boiling environment until the final bite. Modern practitioners like Shime have pivoted toward refinement, utilizing a remarkably clear pork bone base instead of heavy surface fat. Shime utilizes a ball of freshly grated ginger that slowly dissolves into the soup. This integration continuously alters the broth's pH balance, allowing the acidity to cut through the rich animal fats. International visitors frequently seek out the buttercorn variant, which adds local dairy and sweet corn to the bowl. However, top-tier artisanal shops often eschew this practice, viewing the heavy dairy as a distraction that masks the complex, hard-won flavors of a wok-fired broth. Taking a 90-minute limited express train to Asahikawa reveals a fundamentally different and a far more extreme, localized thermodynamic approach to surviving the winter. The Asahikawa double soup method combines meat and intense marine stocks under a layer of unique burnt lard, creating an unapologetic, smoky profile. High return on your culinary investment requires choosing between these extremes: orthodox thermal sealing, modern pH balance, or coastal burnt lard intensity. Hokkaido's frigid northern waters provide the optimal environment for three primary variants: red king, hairy, and snow crab. Red king crab offers dense, chunky meat, while snow crab features exceptionally sweet, juicy meat and a soft shell. High-end Michelin-starred crab omakase menus offer extraordinary culinary theater, though their prices frequently exceed 30,000 yen per person. While a 39,000 yen Michelin experience sits high on the cost-impact scale, the strategic alternative is mid-tier specialists. Establishments like Hyosetsu no Mon provide a comprehensive education in crab thermodynamics, raw, grilled, and steamed, without the absolute premium markup. Another accessible zenith is found deep within the historic Nijō Market at Donbanichaya. Their specialty is a curated flight of several smaller seafood bowls. This allows a diner to systematically sample premium sea urchin, salmon roe, and king crab in a single sitting. Even at larger restaurants, ordering from the charcoal grill menu is advantageous. Grilling the shell triggers an olfactory response that enhances the meat's perceived sweetness. Peak crustacean experiences depend on targeting mid-tier specialists or curated market flights that maximize variety per yen spent. Sapporo's modern culinary landscape is defined by its radical departure from traditional, thick Japanese roux curry. Authentic soup curry is a translucent liquid, a complete departure from homogeneous brown stews. The defining technique involves flash-frying large chunks of vegetables separately. This locks in natural sugars and creates structural integrity, preventing them from turning to mush in the broth. Specialized venues like Okashiba Shoten push the genre further by extracting an intense, concentrated base from thousands of sweet shrimp heads. This culture of specialization also shapes the city's nightlife, where locals often reject late-night ramen in favor of the Shime parfait. These are architectural, adult-oriented desserts engineered with sharp bitterness and bright acidity to cleanse the palate after a rich meal. This dairy culture is rooted in history. Snow Brand Parlor serves a vanilla ice cream engineered specifically for the 1968 visit of Emperor Showa. Sapporo's modern dining scene demonstrates how chefs are continually engineering new, highly specialized formats to elevate local agriculture. The efficient rail lines radiating from the Sapporo hub provide direct access to municipalities where regional techniques were forged. A brief trip to coastal Otaru offers the working-class soul food, ankake yakisoba, consisting of noodles buried under a thick, glossy sauce. This viscous sauce was designed specifically to trap heat against freezing coastal winds. Similarly, the industrial city of Muroran developed a thick, heavy curry ramen and pork-based yakitori to fuel the labor of its manufacturing industry. For the ultimate purist pilgrimage, a journey into the agricultural plains of Obihiro is required for Tokachi Butadan. This involves applying raw soy glaze to premium pork seared over flameless, extreme heat vinchotan charcoal to force immediate, volatile caramelization. Time-poor generalists can stay within Sapporo's city center, leveraging mid-tier crab specialists and market flights to maximize ingredient exposure without transit friction. However, the absolute pinnacle of Japanese gastronomy demands traveling to the specific microclimates and shikun encounters where compromise simply does not exist.